That's why it's smoking. Hello my DIYers, your local handyman, the Handyman Leatherman here today. The project we're doing today is we're raising up a floor. So the living room had a sunken floor, it dropped about 5 inches. So the customer here, it was just getting too dangerous, and it wasn't enough drop to even work, to have it left there, because you'd be walking along and not see it and step down and your back would be like, ow. So that's what we're doing today. So stay with us and we'll show you how we do it. We're gonna pull up all this laminate so we can measure the true height, and we're gonna build a subfloor and raise this all up. Look at Mr. Ed go. Well, he's tearing it up.
You're on a tile. 5" to the tile. That's pretty close to 5. 5 on the money.
So that means
4 1/4.
we're gonna have to rip 2x6s down.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. Because the 2x6 is 5.5.
Yeah.
And then a 2x4 is 3.5. Okay, let's roll this floor up. So this is the challenge we've been running into. This concrete goes up and down. We had to taper that one. So once we get everything laid out, then this thing will start going together better. You can see how the concrete drops down and then it comes back up. So we gotta find a happy medium, and then we have to shim. It's all you can do. We're getting it all laid out. We're almost to the fireplace here. Then we're gonna bring in a sheet of plywood and start shimming and leveling everything out so we can start screwing it all down. It's really taking some nice shape. Well, apparently we smoked my table saw. That's why it's smoking. I knew it had to be on fire if it was still smoking. We almost got done with the very last board. Look at that, about 3 foot from the end when the table saw fried. Not bad for almost 18 2x6s. This was the second day. I decided to plug it in just to see if it dried out okay, and maybe it was okay. Maybe I don't have to buy a new one. Using some of the old flooring to shim up anything that's the floor drops down. I ran some adhesive to the top of all these studs. Now we're ready to shove in our first piece of plywood, but we've already notched it to go over that corner. So we glued and screwed the first two in, making sure the two pieces came together perfectly, so that way everything stays straight as we proceed. These are the cutoffs from all our boards. We decided to screw them in there to give a little bit more support to the seam. Gluing the floor joists now. You can see the little red line. We ran a chalk line to show where our 4-foot line is, so we see how to glue all the way down. So we finished framing in this other part next to the fireplace. Mr. Ed is framing in the other one. So after we perimeter screwed all the pieces of plywood, we went ahead and snapped the chalk line to screw it all off.
Okay, I'll start on this.
And if you walk the other direction,
Well, the way you're going.
yeah, plus your butt won't be in the camera.
Oh! What?
What butt?
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what horse is. Does that look like a horse?
I don't know, you are Mr. Ed. Solid. Yeah, I like this a lot. Well, we got it all done. Took us about a day and a half. Everything turned out good, except for that saw. So my idea is that my cord was pretty mangled. One of the ends is worn out. I'm thinking that's what it was. It was a good 12 gauge cord, but I think that's what burned up my table saw. So note to self, have good cords. So apparently I'm gonna have to buy a new saw, because I was looking for motors, and by the time you buy a new motor, you not much more, you can have a new saw. All right, we're all done. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and you guys take care, have fun, create your own projects. Don't be scared to try something new. I've learned so much by doing stuff I've never done before. One time I did something that I learned off of YouTube, and the handy wife says, wonder if the customer knew that you've never done that before. And it's like, that's the thing about YouTube. That's why I love showing you guys different things to do too. You could do it also. And remember, a jack of all trades, master of none is far better than a master of one. So keep doing new things and creating and getting more experience. So until we see you guys again, take care and stay out of trouble.